It's Roger, Mudfossil University. Do not tune out. You will be making the worst mistake of your life. This is TNF. It's called tumor necrosis factor. What it is it's designed to go out and work on tumors, which are nothing more than collections of cells that have been some kind of problem with them. And these things go out and they create inflammation, which stimulates your immune system. Well, guess what? Your body makes these things. All right? They're proteins, and they're made by your body. And if they're made in below your brain, you're okay. But if they make them up in your brain, you're screwed. And why is that, Roger? Well, here's why. Because you have something called a blood-brain barrier. You see that little pinchy looking thing? Big things can come up here and they can't get through. They say, no, don't come through here. And it's Enbrel. Etanercept is a drug that they can use to get rid of this tumor necrosis factor, but it can't get in. So, there's a doctor that's shooting in up here. And he, just like that, they're fixed. TNF cannot get out. These big brown globs, they can't get out and they can't get in. So Enbrel can't get in to fix it. And these can't get out to get recycled. So you are inflamed in your brain for your entire life. And that is what happens with this TNF. And there is and everybody that, here's the problem. Everybody that's had some kind of brain injury has got some of this TNF. And it accumulates. And if you get a massive stroke, you get a ton of it at once, and then you are paralyzed or this and that. Oh, it must have affected all these different things. No, it just to put a ton of this TNF in there, so you are perpetually, chronically inflamed. All right? Here's the rest. Now this only runs a couple of minutes. This is amazing stroke and brain injury breakthrough. Now my contention is, whatever they show you here is related to the TNF that's stuck in the brain, and everybody has that has concussions, been traumatic brain injury in Iraq or somewhere. All of these things, the football players, the concussions, all of these things build up and they cannot purge. That's my contention. I could be wrong, but I want to see some studies done on this, because if I had somebody that was suffering like this, I'd sure as hell want something done.
Disability. But despite the dramatic medical advances in other fields, there's only so much that can be done for a stroke patient, which makes the work of one clinic in America so tantalizing. Its results have to be seen to be believed. The therapy is controversial and heavily criticized, but the patients say it's truly miraculous.
Can you please count from 1 to 10?
Every minute of Linda Lumbra's daily life is a frustrating struggle.
1, 2.
She suffered a stroke 3 years ago, which left this teacher barely able to walk or talk.
4, 5.
Doctors have told her this is how she'll be forever. That's why Linda's travelled to this Florida clinic to try a controversial new stroke treatment.
Well, I can understand why you would, the speech makes it very frustrating.
It's her last shot. One injection of a drug called Etanercept into her spinal cord at the back of the neck.
What's different?
A brief few minutes pass to let the drug flow to her brain.
Clear.
Clear. Okay.
And not even Linda or the doctors here expect what happens next.
Okay, did it look cloudy? Okay, now it's clear.
Oh my.
It was a bullseye hit on the pathology that was interfering with her brain function.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing super fine.
Using Etanercept in this way on stroke patients is groundbreaking.
So crisp.
1, 2.
The conventional and approved use of Etanercept is for the treatment of severe arthritis.
Can you bring it up?
But Dr. Ed Tobenik has 700 stroke patients who've received this treatment at his Florida clinic.
Little stick.
An anti-inflammatory, it attacks or blocks the build-up in the brain of a molecule called TNF, or tumour necrosis factor.
In stroke, what happens is there's an inflammatory response, a chronic inflammatory response that is caused by the stroke. Etanercept works by neutralizing that chemical TNF, thereby improving the ability of brain areas to communicate with each other.
Hi, Charlie. Nice to see you. I'm going to give you a few words to repeat.
We featured Dr. Tobinick on 60 Minutes in 2011.
And can you tell me who is the U.S. president?
When he used the same drug, injected the same way, on Alzheimer's patients.
Charlie, who is the president of the United States?
Obama.
Yes.
Dr. Tobinick now claims his unorthodox treatment can aid stroke recovery.
Okay, you'll feel a little stick just for a second. We see improvements in cognition. We see improvements in motor function. We see improvements in spasticity. We see improvements in pain.
617 stroke pieces.
It's those improvements that 52-year-old Linda Lumbrer and husband Benny have been searching for. How would you describe your wife before this happened?
Oh, very outgoing, people person. Loved to chat with people and visit and, help people also.
Linda collapsed while teaching in her classroom in late 2010. It was a massive stroke following an epileptic seizure. She lost virtually all speech, and Linda's left side fell limp and numb.
Touch your nose.
Traditional stroke therapy could only do so much. And after 6 months in rehabilitation, Linda was sent home. This must have been heartbreaking, watching your wife become this person.
When she first came home, she couldn't even do stairs. It was a struggle to do the bathing. Couldn't prepare meals. She had a very difficult time. And she always was very independent, and it was hard.
So to see her become the complete opposite of that must have been terrible for you.
Well, it was like a shock almost. You thought, she's going to get better, progressively better, and as time goes on, and a little bit, but not really what I thought as time went on. So it's,
What's different?
It's only been a brief few minutes since Linda Lumbrer received that injection of Etanercept at the base of her brain.
Clear.
Clear.
She's been tipped upside down to allow the medicine to flow into her brain.
That's the key. What it's doing is it going in there and it's neutralizing this attachment factor. This TNF is what its job in life is to do, is to go over, and there's receptors everywhere that are looking for this TNF, and it goes over and it attaches and it says, I'm here to make you inflame the tissues. That's my job is. I'm a TNF. And I have no way to get out of here, so I'm just going to keep inflaming things in your brain until you die. Now this guy shot it in there, and chemistry works a lot different than most people think. These kind of chemistry can work, it's like, boop, it's done. Case closed within literally a second or two. And that is exactly what happened here. The chemistry that goes on in your body is done with isotopes. It's not done with atoms. Everything's an element. No, it isn't. There is a bazillion isotopes, and those are the intermediate steps between biological activities. And that's what's happened here. Something went in there and went, and the next thing you know, all those TNFs were said, shut down, you're done. I'm attaching to the thing that you attach to the receptor, so you cannot attach anymore. Your case is closed. And that's what happened. And then these people get healthy. And this is absolute unbelievable. It's a miracle. And it really, really, really needs to be looked into, not just fought against, as is what's happened. I did a video on this. They're fighting against this. Tooth and nail. They don't want anybody to do this. Don't do this. Oh, you're crazy to do this.
Oh my.
Remember, this is stroke-affected Linda just before the injection.
One, two. Oh my.
Moments after the shot, she sits up. The change in Linda is something to behold.
It's gone. Hi.
Hello there.
Woo-hoo! It worked. On me.
Yeah.
Wow.
In here is clear. Hi. It's me.
It's truly a miracle. It happens all so quickly, and it's done. And before you know it, it's all over with, and then boom.
I can talk. I can walk.
We felt it was likely that she would improve. To improve almost back to normal was just spectacular and wonderful and gratifying and very, very moving to watch.
Hi.
How would you describe yourself before and then after the injection?
It's just truly amazing. The change is absolutely miraculous. It's amazing. Every day there seems to be something that's like, oh, I can do that now. It's amazing.
Incredible. Now here's a smoking gun. Everybody knows that I've been working on bacteria, gut health, digestion. All of these things create the products in your body to make you healthy. If they're not good and your digestion is wrong, you are in trouble. And it also does the same thing as tumor necrosis factor. Dysregulation of the TNF production has been implicated in a variety of human disease, including Alzheimer's, cancer, major depression, psoriasis, inflammatory bowel disease. Though controversial, studies of depression and irritable bowel disease are currently being linked to increased levels of TNF. They are all linked to increased levels of TNF, and they are because they're fighting against tumors of tissue leakage in your gut and so forth. It's become very, very apparent what the gut, really it is the gut origin of diseases. Now, if you get smashed in the brain, this TNF stays in there, can't get out. People from Iraq and these football players and all these people, I think, could possibly be helped. I mean, why not take a look at the damn thing? Contact me. It's Roger at mudfossils.com, and all I want to do is help. And I'm working with Andy Marino, who is he runs bacteriological labs doing food certifications and so forth, and he's very, very involved in this as well. And we're trying to source different ways of addressing this, and hopefully we can get some more interest from people, because we're just a couple, I'm just a guy putting things together and hoping to come up with some answers. That's all I am. I can't do this stuff. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to instigate some responses from people, and it's coming along a little bit here and there, but I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people to get to, and I sure as hell am not going to get to many of them compared to what needs to be done. So whoever can help, please. Thank you.